Who knew that Bruno had such a beautiful voice? And he's waiting to speak to us live. Bruno, I mean, you can sing a little more for us if you like.
A little bit, not that good.
Just tell us, Bruno, why this was such an important victory for Newcastle tonight.
Yeah, massive win. I think we want to fight for Champions League again. And it was a big win for us. Good character, keep the clean sheet. Yeah, very good. Gets the confidence back after the final the next day. So yeah, massive win, massive win. Very happy for the team performance, for score again. Yeah, very good.
Has that been a problem then? The confidence that you talk about, had that gone away a little bit in recent weeks?
Yeah, a little bit. Of course, when we will not win the game, confidence go down a little bit. But when we play like that, we show the character of the team. I think in our best, we can beat every team in the world, being very, very honest. We just have to be consistent, you know. So today we play very, very well. We keep the clean sheet. I think we could score more goals, but the most important was the 3 points tonight.
There are some who said, Bruno, that the Carabao Cup final has been a bit of a distraction for Newcastle United and for you, the players. What would you say to that?
A little bit. Be honest with you, of course, we think about the final. I think it's massive for the club history. We want to be part of it. We want to make history. We know we're going to play against one of the best teams in the world nowadays. But I have confidence in ourselves. Hopeful we can go to Wembley and get the title.
Bruno, just looking back at your goal, I mean, certainly this season, in the last few months, you've played more of an attacking role than maybe you did at times. Last season, you were more of a holding midfield player. I mean, you've got the goal tonight, you're man of the match. I mean, what type of role, particularly in midfield, do you prefer?
I don't know. Be honest, I can play 6, 8, 10. I just want to play, of course, play more attack. The gaffer is giving me more freedom to be in the box. I have some goals in myself, and today was a good goal in my point of the view. We worked that hard. We have seen some videos that they was struggling with some cross, and I was in the right position to score a beautiful goal and one important goal for us.
I mean, the result tonight was really important in terms of pushing you up the table in terms of Champions League positions, but how important is it for the actual confidence and belief going into game at the weekend at Wembley in the Cup final v Liverpool?
Yeah, very important. And we have seen outside a little bit of the people's doubt us, but we have no doubts. We have a lot of focus in ourselves. We believe in the players we have in the squad. Of course, miss Anthony Gori, Luis Howe and Sven Botma. It's not that good for us, but we have players that can play well. And today we show that we have a strong squad. And of course, like we said, for the confidence, it was good to win today because we have a big game for us on the weekend.
Will Bruno Guimarães be singing on Sunday?
Yeah, hopeful.
Do you think you can beat Liverpool, Bruno?
Of course, I think so. I believe that we can win. It's a final. Everything can happen. Everything can happen. It's half and half the fans. I believe our fans can make the difference for us. I think for us is like the World Cup. You know, this Carabao Cup for us is everything because, like I said, we want to make history with this club. It's a long time for the fans without a trophy, and for us it's a big game. We believe that we can go there and hopefully get the trophy.
Well, tell us, you know, you're the captain of this team. When you look around the dressing room, tell us about the players that you think that can go to Wembley on Sunday and make a difference in a game like that.
I think Isaac, for me, in the moment, is the best striker in the world. Joelinton, our midfield have been our strength. I think we don't have any stars. Our stars is work hard as a team. We have to go there and compete, give everything that we can, and we win the game. I believe that we can. Gonna be very difficult, like I said. Nowadays, for me, Liverpool is the best team in the world, but it's a final. Everything can happen, you know. So I have very confidence that we can go there and hopefully win the trophy for this club.
Bruno, we know it's a big game for you. Congratulations on getting through tonight, and we wish you well, of course, don't we, Jamie, for next weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bruno. You can go and sing in the dressing room.
See you guys. Bye.
Thanks, Bruno. He's a real character, isn't he? But I just wonder, you know, I think he turned his thoughts to it in the very first answer about the game on Sunday. Is there danger they're going to be exhausted by the time that comes around, because it is right there. It's such a huge occasion for them.
I think tonight will give them a lot of energy. They'll have some recovery time and then get ready for Sunday. I think the thing that can take energy away before Sunday is how big the game is for them. I think that for Liverpool, it's one of a few trophies for them, hopefully, this season. For Newcastle, as he said, Champions League qualification, as Jamie said, is an achievement, but it's not the same as winning a trophy, especially when we've been without one for so long. So that level of energy and expectation and the nervous energy you build up, the anxiety throughout the week, knowing you've got this one chance of becoming heroes and legends again to a city that means so much to. That's the thing I think will take more energy away than a game like tonight.
He said it's our World Cup final, didn't he?
And you think of that, you're almost thinking of how that can almost be a problem for them. But listen, it may be a help we'll see on Sunday. But, you know, as you mentioned, we highlighted before, going to a sort of playoff final, you think how big that was for you, and you're taking a team there, you know, this is between Premier League or not, that's a huge. So how you sort of get players in the right frame of mind going into a game like that in that lead-up.
It's a really difficult balance, because you want them to understand the gravitas of the situation, how important it is and how much it means. But I think the level of calm and composure you have, which I think Eddie and his team have, and they will, because he's really consistent as a person emotionally. So I think they'll be fine. But it's about the balance between the work and having trust in the work you're doing, and then not over, giving the guys too much too early. It's about building up, getting ready for the game, and getting ready in the week, and making sure that you've covered all the base you want to, but emotionally making sure they're ready.
In the meantime, they put themselves in a great position in the Premier League because of this win tonight. 1 goal. Harvey Barnes has got his chance tonight because of Anthony Gordon's suspension. Does he play a key role here?
He does, and there's two pieces of sort of quality, I would say, in this attack. I mean, it's a slow build-up. We spoke at half-time, didn't we, about West Ham getting those numbers back. But I think this pass here from Tonali just quickens the play up. Sometimes the pace on the pass gives a message to Harvey Barnes here. Now, initially, he's trying to get a shot away, but I think this bit here now is fantastic. The way he just lifts that ball, just scoops it, doesn't he, just into a dangerous area. So he has the initial shot, Russell, and then he's almost just looking to put it in an area, isn't he?
It's a great delivery. But for me, it's the Tonali moment. You know, we spoke about Partey's position before the game. He's in the middle of the pitch and he's able to switch play really quickly, which means West Ham can't quite get out to Harvey Barnes. And then obviously there was question marks over a foul. We were debating whether it was going to get called up or not, but it's not. And Bruno resets his run really nicely and scores and attacks the gap really well.
Should we have another look at that? I mean, West Ham are, of course, protesting. Yeah, they're of course protesting about that. They think that Kilman's been shoved in the back by Isak. I think this is the best angle of it, Jamie.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously contact. I mean, I don't think it's a foul. I mean, there's definitely a touch there from Isak. You see, just a little touch, hand on the back, but he goes over so theatrically.
But he's jumping his mid-air, isn't he? Is it going to not push him off balance?
Of course, someone gives you a little nudge, you're going to be off balance a little bit. But listen, I'm a defender. Russell's the same. I mean, I'd be very disappointed if that was a goal for our team and that was chalked off because of that.
Russell?
I don't know.
Two big centre-halves here.
I'm being triggered talking about VAR, but no, it's, yeah, one was a good centre-half, the other one wasn't. But no, I think it's too small. I think it's too small. Yeah, you might be frustrated, but it's a bit too small.
Here's another angle.
Although there is an argument, the minute he puts his hands up, it's a foul. Maybe if he nudges with his shoulder, it's a bit different. But we'll be interested to see Graham's taking it, whether they believe it's a foul or not.
Well, talking of VAR, they've gone referee's call, haven't they?
See, from that angle, for me, it looks more of a foul.
Yeah.
And it does affect
You're coming
Kilman.
round to it now.
Yeah, let's go for it. It's a foul. Just don't want to upset Newcastle fans before Sunday.
Well, it was Max Kilman who had felt the arms in his back. He's giving his reaction to Juliet Ferrington.
And can I ask, an incident in the second half, in the build-up to Newcastle's goal, a push on you, Isak pushing you, did that kind of hinder you in any way? Because it wasn't deemed to be a foul at that time.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I jumped in the air and I felt a hard push. You know, I'm an honest player. I wasn't looking for anything. So, yeah, I felt like it was a foul and I think it should have been given. But you know, that's football, and yeah, just need to move on. And it'll be, of course, even after that moment, we had opportunities to come back in the game. But you know, unfortunate today. So yeah, you just need to build from that and go again.
As players, do you feel frustrated by that you weren't given that foul that you felt you should have had?
Yeah, 100%. You know, and then of course we had chances after that as well. So yeah, it's hard to take, but yeah, we just got to move on.
Thank you.
So a frustrating moment that for Kilman and indeed for West Ham United, especially when the game is settled by just that one goal. Let's hear though from the triumphant Newcastle manager Eddie Howe, now with Juliet Farrington.
Eddie, that feels big. You were looking for the positives to take in such a huge week and such a setback last week. You must be delighted overall.
Really pleased. That was a hard-fought win for us, based on really good defensive work, I think, from the team. A lot of heart in the performance, a lot of quality as well. I thought we played well in both halves and had the better chances of the game, so really pleased with the team today.
You were talking about opportunities as well for the players who came in. Harvey Barnes well and truly took his, but also a word on Tonali as well in midfield, because he absolutely dominated it.
Yeah, I thought Harvey had his moments. I mean, his assist for the goal was a top-quality cross, and he's capable of those decisive moments in the attacking third. So really pleased for him and Bruno to get the goal. Yeah, Sandro, Joe Linton, Bruno, I thought they all complemented our midfield. I thought they all did a really good job. It's a big pitch here, and there was a lot of work for us to get through, but delighted with the clean sheet. I think that was hugely important.
There were some moments as well that some sort of put fear in some of Newcastle United supporters, yourself as well in the technical area, with players going down, you know, being a little bit battered and bruised.
Yeah, I think the only focus was on today and trying to win today. We knew how important today's game was for our Premier League form. But of course, the players, naturally, human beings, will have Sunday on their mind, I'm sure. And touch wood, I think we've got a clean bill of health. Let's wait and see fully, but touch wood.
Come through unscathed.
Yeah.
When you talk about having Sunday on their mind, and now you can have Sunday fully focused on yours as well, the decision in goal, how difficult a decision is that going to be for you?
Yeah, it's a difficult call, but I don't think it's the only one. I think I've got difficult calls in a few positions. That shows that we have a good squad, and yeah, the goalkeeper situation hasn't been clear because both goalkeepers, I think, are high class. So they all bring something different. And yeah, I was pleased with Nick today. I thought he defended his goal really well today.
I know you were pleased with him, but you looked at Martin when he went down as well and told him to be ready.
Well, everyone has to be ready because football has a way of surprising you continually. We need the whole squad focused now on Sunday, and yeah, everyone has to be ready to perform.
When it comes to that goalkeeping decision, I don't know whether you've made your mind up already, and I'm sure you're not going to tell us. What do you look for? What do you go for?
I think it's the same in any position. You look for the best man for the job, in my opinion, in that moment. You take form, training, everything into consideration. So we do that for every position, and tough calls to make.
Oh, good luck on Sunday. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
So much focus on that game, isn't there? And you saw his reaction there at the full-time whistle tonight. You don't see that kind of emotion too often from Eddie Howe. I'm sure you'll see it again on Sunday if they do win at Wembley. But he said he's got some... Asked about the goalkeeper, he said he's got a few decisions to make in terms of selection, which I thought was interesting because I think a few people have seen the team tonight and thought that's it really in terms of Newcastle, because they don't have many options with injuries and suspensions.
Well, seeing with the players out, I think most people, Newcastle fans, know better than us. That's probably your team you'd expect them to play if they were playing a conventional way in terms of how Eddie Howe plays and in terms of, you know, that 4-3-3 system. The fact that he said he had more decisions to make, because there's no one that screams to me on the bench, maybe Willock.
Played a lot of football recently.
Yeah, but there's no
Lewis
one that's
Miley's been in and out a couple of times.
Yeah, but that's their midfield three. We all know that's the midfield three, and you think, you know, Barnes just comes in for Anthony Gordon. They've always been a fight for those two for that position. So the fact he said, you know, there's other decisions as well, and I've actually thought before this game, I'm thinking obviously with my Liverpool hat on, how would Newcastle go about trying to beat Liverpool with the problems that they've got injury-wise? Now, I almost come to the conclusion that they wouldn't sort of play that team. Now, they might because they've won a bit of confidence, but they might have a plan for Liverpool to try and stop them.
Well, for example, you could put another extra midfield player in there and play Joe Linton instead of a Harvey Barnes.
That's in the back of my mind. Would you, you know, because you know how influential, you know, Trent Alexander-Arnold is on the ball, so would you actually put someone up against him to actually stop him? You know, because Anthony Gordon's not there maybe to really penetrate him behind him pace-wise. We know what they did in the semi-final against Arsenal, going to sort of, you know, a back three. Is that an option for them as well? Because as we mentioned before the game, or in the analysis in the first hour or so, was that, you know, the age of the back four, you know, they're going to go man-to-man, they're going to push high up the pitch, you know, against Liverpool. So there probably are more decisions than we probably, you know, think there could be actually on the back of that win.
Sorry, Jamie, the game's on Sunday, Russell. How far out would he want to know the team he's going to be working with to get that preparation into them?
I'm pretty sure he would have had the team in mind before tonight and would have hoped for no injuries, which he said they've come through unscathed. So it was just good distraction from Eddie away from the goalkeeping decision to say that he's got a few things to think about and give Arnie Slot and his team something to think about. So I just think he's handled it really, really well. I'm not too sure there are too many changes he can make. The Joel Linton one and maybe a back three is the obvious ones, but I think it was good distraction from the goalkeeping one because obviously Dubravka's played the last few there.
Certainly worked. Jamie's talking about it now.
Graham, disappointed with that? Could you have asked more questions of Newcastle?
Well, I thought it was a really committed performance from us. I thought we started the game really well, and we started the second half really well. The game ebbed and flowed. It's quite a tight game. We're disappointed with the goal because I think it looks like there's two hands on the back of our centre back, and you can see from the reaction of their player that they think there could have been a foul. But so I feel for the players because they gave everything, absolutely gave everything, and like I said, a committed performance. We had some moments, not enough to say to win it, but I thought we were committed enough to maybe get something from the game.
Okay, talking to Max Kilman, I've spoken to him. He felt it was enough to be a foul as well. Is that the frustrating part of you, that it wasn't deemed to be enough of a foul for it to happen?
Well, it's a two-handed push in the box, and you can see from the reaction of the striker that does it that thinks it could have been a foul. So for us, we think it's a foul, but referees make a different decision.
Is that something you've already spoken to the match officials about? Because after that, Jarrod Bowen goes down in the penalty area, and that was a push as well.
Well, I think it's more the VAR that would be my question. For them to look at that and think it's not even worth checking or seeing. It's strange, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about it now. Like I said, the commitment of the players, the attitude, the effort was there in a really tight game against a very physical, intense team. I thought the boys gave everything, and we fell short in terms of our objective, which was to try to win the game. I didn't think we deserved to win the game, but I thought we deserved something from the game.
Yeah, with all the attacking players that you had on at the end of the match, you're just still trying to find a formula, aren't you, while you're trying to pick up points as well with what you want to do with the team.
Yeah, and that's how it is, especially when you the time of the year you come into the club. We've tried to address the foundation and give us some stability. I thought we defended well today for periods of the game. Defended really well. Like I said, the effort, the application, the desire to sort of run back and suffer for each other was there. And that's what I feel for the boys, because when you give that commitment and that effort, it'd be nice to get something from the game, but it wasn't to me.
That's it. You're improving defensively, stronger defensively. It's just that cutting edge, isn't it? That lack of cutting edge in the final third.
Yeah, but we were just on the back of 2 wins, so it's not built in a day, as I say. We have to keep moving step by step. Unfortunately, football doesn't work that you come in, you click your fingers, and everything works perfectly. You've just got to carry on moving. But the most important thing is the effort and the application of the players, and how they went about the work today was really good.
Thank you, Graham.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah, it hasn't been all bad. Back-to-back wins with clean sheets in the previous two against Arsenal and Leicester, and a really tight game tonight. And they felt like there were two big decisions which went against them and went in Newcastle's favour. But just 9 shots from the Hammers tonight. And since Graham Potter was appointed, no one is averaging fewer shots per game than West Ham, 9.3 per match, the same as Southampton. But the fewest in the Premier League since Graham Potter was appointed on target, 2.6 per game. They didn't have one after the 30th minute of this evening's match. But he's talking, Russell, about building foundations at the club. It's clear that he wants to strengthen them defensively. Is that why the focus has gone away from those attacking numbers a little bit?
Yeah, I don't think you can get everything straight away. So he spoke about when they came in, they were conceding too many goals, almost 2 a game. So he's prioritised that, which any good coach, good manager would do. Prioritise the weakness and the problems and find solutions to that. So then the rest will take time. As he said, commitment is there. They're running for him. They're working. But I'm pretty sure he'll be disappointed with the quality on the ball and their lack of creativity. But that will come. He's building off a foundation at the moment, making them more solid, which he has. And I really believe with the quality of him as a coach and a manager that he'll get the rest of that going. But it's a process and it takes time.
When you talk about coming into a club and it's difficult to get everything at the same time, what would you actually prefer? Would you actually prefer to actually come in and actually be a team scoring goals and have to fix the defence, or vice versa? Or does it...
I think it depends on what your ideal situation is or what your ideal concept of the game is. So when you watch Graham's Swansea team, his Brighton team, even moments at Chelsea, and had some brilliant games when he was there, he wants to see fast football, attacking football, flowing football, quite expansive as a team. The concept of the game, formation is really flexible. He has been at all of his teams, so I think he will find a way doing that, but he has gone in and prioritised what he needs to do right now. And I'm pretty sure they've said to him, this season you need to work out, make us more solid first and foremost, stop us conceding so many goals, and then work out what you need for next season. He'll be learning so much about the players now, what he can get out of them longer term, and maybe what he needs in the summer in terms of recruitment. So this part of the season, because they're safe, so they haven't much to play for, apart from the players are playing to be part of Graham's future and the club's future, and he's working out what he needs. And next season, I think they'll be really strong.